Frank Coates, I'm the CEO of Wheelhouse Analytics, also one of the founders. We talked today a lot about persistence and what makes a good entrepreneur. And we talked a lot about mistakes we all make. And if you can keep going, mistake after mistake after mistake, you'll find the winners. And fortunately, in my career, I found enough winners to make it worth my while and keep going. So from day one of our company, we start by thinking, who are the potential companies that are going to need our services from a buying standpoint? Who's someone that would take our business and turn it into a multi-million-dollar business of their own? And we try to partner with those companies early on without being competitive, but being complementary. Those turn out to be your biggest supporters over time, trying to answer. So literally our strategy is we walk in with a list of questions and we ask them to identify which questions they're trying to answer. And then we show them how our tools will help them answer most of those questions. Invariably, we end up running up against an internal department. Most of the times IT, sometimes it's analytics. And the questions also serve as a great benchmark. It's less about your capabilities and more about what questions can I answer, what services can I provide that answer those questions. Helps us win the business. I think about that vulnerability of a client doing it for themselves this way. They'll do it for themselves if they can do the same job you do cheaper, or they can do it better. So I think about it three ways. One is we need to do it better. We need to be ahead of them in terms of the value proposition and the gap between what they can do themselves. The second thing is they need to know that it's not just the actual service they're buying, but it's also our knowledge and our ability to help them with other business problems. And I think the third piece is making the internal users of our system, make them superstars. So instead of us taking the glory for having answered these important business questions, if we can find people internally who can answer those questions and make them look like a rock star, then we win, and those are the people that will support keeping us or support doing more with us over time. The audience was great. The questions are really, the questions really help hone, and I think they absolutely were insightful in that they caught, the vulnerabilities that I was presenting really well. I learned more here today than probably anybody in the audience, just from a couple people asking the right questions and then coming up afterwards and sharing with me some ideas from their experience on how to handle a tricky problem. Hi, Frank Coates from Wheelhouse Analytics, and this is Walnut Street Labs.